What's up, guys? Um, you've probably been seeing the same thing as me. A lot of people are putting out some crazy things about the moon, and it seemed kind of weird. They were all saying planets were on the moon. Now, that didn't make a lot of sense, but tonight it just all clicked. Now, back 4 weeks ago, I made this video right here. It's not the moon setting in the east. I went outside that night, and to the east, there was a bright light that was behind the clouds, which was not the moon. And how do I know that? Because I use a program, well, an app called uh, Star Map, and I use it all the time. And this thing is very accurate. This is what I saw that night. To the east, um, there was an obvious bright light. They were behind the clouds, which was very, very strange. Because according to my star map, the moon should have been over my head. Now, I didn't get great video that night, but that's what it was. Now, tonight, on the other hand, was different. Now, that night, you can see if we can see here, I did use my map, my app, and let's see if we can get a better picture here. You can kind of see where this is. It is right where Sirius should be. Sirius, the star. Our closest, brightest star, they say. Now, tonight, I walk outside. The last one I caught on August the 20th, so it was 29 days ago. Now, first of all, I made a time-lapse video today. I went out like a moron and left my camera on time-lapse. I had great recording showing how bright this thing was, but I did it in time-lapse, so we're going to have to go through it slow. I'll let you watch it normal speed one time, which can't see anything because it's time-lapse. Anyway, we will go here, play speed, and we'll just have to click through it step by step. No, it's 10:20 at night. Look at that. That is insane. Now we can go here to my pictures, and I did take a screenshot of this. And let's see if we can find that real quick before we go through this. There it is. No. There's the screenshot of where that was located. There's Cirrus. Right there. That's where it is. But look at this. You can almost make out some orbs here. Let's go back. Back to my video. Again, I'm going to have to click through it. But look how bright it is at the beginning here. Every one of these clicks is 2 seconds because it's 30 frames per second, and I did it at 60 times speed, so do the math. Look at that. Now, I took this in low light mode, which is why you can see everything so good. It's actually pitch black dark outside, except for in this area, which is lighting up the whole sky. Now, over behind, right directly above my head where the moon is supposed to be, it is pitch black dark, almost like they're hiding, cloaking the moon. But look at the light coming out of this thing. You zoom in, it gets fuzzy. But that is crazy. I don't know if I can zoom in on this. I don't know how to do all that. Anyway, let's go back to this thing now. I don't know. Couldn't figure it out. Why were people seeing freaking planets around the moon? This is my theory. This is not the moon. No way is it the moon. Because my sky app shows that right here is where Sirius is located. Let's just click through this while I'm talking. And you may think that app is wrong, but it's not. Here it is. I show it again. Right, the same place as the last time. Cirrus, right there. I think this thing could be coming from this direction. This is looking to the east, is about right here, so it's about 20 degrees to the south of directly due east. Now, I was out there filming this thing for about 3 or 4 minutes. So, in the 3 or 4 minutes time, it goes from being super bright to dimming out to almost nothing behind these clouds. And that is it. Now, my theory is that when Cirrus is up and putting off this light, the object is coming from there. When it's there, they are blocking out the light from the moon somehow. Maybe these solar cells everybody's been talking about are being used not for what everybody's been saying, but to cover up the light from the moon, to block the light going to the moon. I don't know. Let's look at this. Guys, I just came out and made a video. Forgot my camera was on time lapse. You see this little bright spot in the sky. Damn it. Hopefully I can get it on the time lapse and still use it. 5 minutes ago this thing was super bright. I mean, like, lit up big time. That is east. It's 10:12 at night on September 18th. It's like the video I had where I said it was not the moon. And it was not the moon, so it's something else. It's either the second sun, one of two fake suns, I don't know. See if we can show this here again. I showed it on the time lapse, but this is looking for the moon, which you cannot hardly see. But it is not there, obviously. But there's something lighting up the sky over there. And it was super intense bright, like a full moon was behind them clouds. And according to my app, which I use a lot, the moon should be directly over my head. The moon should be right over my head. Which I don't see. So are we tilted? Are we tilted 90 degrees? I'm not sure, but that lights went away. It was insane. Hopefully that time lapse will work out and I can show you this, how it looked at the beginning. Alright, so you see that. So, I come in and I'm wondering what the hell is going on. Where's the moon? The moon's nowhere to be seen. The rest of the stars that I can see, it's cloudy out, but there are stars that you can see. They're all in the right place, according to this app. So, I go back out. This is probably around midnight. And what do I see? The freaking moon. The moon is up. But it's not the freaking moon. I use my app again, and right where this thing is still exactly where Sirius should be located in the sky. Now, this isn't a full moon night, but it is bright outside. And not only that, it seems like, I'll show you when I show you the time lapse. The moon, where it's supposed to be, is nothing to be seen. The rest of the stars are correct on the app. I'm telling you, everything is right except for the moon, which is covering up Sirius. Something is at Sirius they don't want us to see. Alright guys, I had to come back out here and take a picture of this here. Oh, my dog just hit me in the balls. Yeah, my dog hit me in the balls. Get this to work here. This is the direction I was looking. Now, this app is usually dead balls on exactly with the stars. Correct. All these are correct ones I can see. That is to the east.
You can see behind me those two lights from those houses.
That's where it was.
Now, let me get my flashlight out here, sorry.
I'm going to show you a compass heading. Let's get past all this. There's the compass heading. So it was just about in this area, about 20 degrees to the south of east. So about 110 degrees if you're looking at the full measure here.
It's just about to those lights, which I can show you on the other video where that is. So, that'll make things even more strange. Like I told you, this is dead on to the east. Get that off of there. And according to this map, which like I said is usually dead on, there's the moon. That is just above the horizon on the west. Right by Uranus, whatever. But as I come back out again, right where I filmed Sirius, where that bright light was, look.
What about that?
The moon. But according to this app, which is usually dead on, that's Sirius. That's what that is. What?
That is not correct.
What's going on, guys? What's up with that? Now, it's cloudy. Very cloudy. So it's hard to tell what is happening here. I'm not sure.
Now, last night the moon was up when I was on my way home at 8 o'clock.
But
it was way up.
If we look over here, I don't know if you can see this. Let's zoom back out.
This is where I'm verifying. You can't see the stars in here, but I can see them.
Right
you can see Castor and Pollux right side by side.
You can't see it because I'm not on night mode.
They're there. Actually, you can see them
right
for a second. If you want to back that up, feel free to look. They're there.
In the right place.
But that is not the moon, friends.
Okay.
I went back out even later. Almost 2 inches. What time it is now is when I stopped this. That is not the right one. The one I just did.
Okay.
It is the one I just did. Oh, that was the next day. So I went back out with my phone since my video camera died. Did a time lapse of the moon. Now, what I want you to look at this. I'm doing a better one with my video camera right now while I'm making this video. You can see the moon, or what they say is the moon, which I think is a fake moon, a Project Bluebeam moon, whatever you want to call it. But you can see it back here. But you can also see it light up in front of it when these clouds come. I don't know. Watch this. I don't understand. Look down here too. I don't know. My theory, something's coming from Sirius. I'm going to have to look into this a little more. But the moon is obviously not in the right place. Or it is, and they're hiding it. And this is being put in the sky. This is the fake NASA star, I believe, maybe, that everybody's talking about. It's the freaking moon that they're using to hide this at night. How else could they hide it at night if they didn't use the moon? That's why it's been hot at night. That's why people have been seeing planets at night. That's why it's in the wrong place. That's why it rises or sets really fast some nights. Other nights it almost wants to sit still. It's the freaking moon, guys. Go outside, look for yourself. This is. I feel like I figured something out here. I got other stuff I want to cover, but this is all getting skipped because this is not the freaking moon. It's just not. I don't know what to tell you. I'll go out here and let you look at this little zoomed in place again. See the moon.
Usually dead on, that's serious. And serious that bright light was.
Look. It is getting serious, guys, because that is not the freaking moon.
The moon?
You guys have a good night. Pay attention to the moon.
According to this app, which is...
It's not the freaking moon. Good
Usually
night, guys.